Hey everyone, it's Tdawg here at Tdawg Trading. Thanks for making me part of your day. I really appreciate the support. Today was a great day. We're going to jump right into it. Today I've got my watch list preparation and how I built that, and how did I decide to get in BKSY and just pretty much stay in it for most of the morning. I'll kind of jump into what I was looking at over the weekend that made me kind of really anticipate that being the stock that I was going to be able to support today. So let's jump on in, and thanks a lot. Press that like button and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate the support. Okay, so this morning, this was my watch list. I had BKSY, AVDL. This is from my 12:15 game plans from this morning. I'm also kind of doing a little bit with large cap stocks. I was looking at AMD, Apple, and obviously the SPY as well, just obviously because of the impact that the SPY and the Qs, I was looking at the Qs as well. So you're probably going to see a little bit more from me on on some large caps as I go further. There's a few strategies that I'm looking at. The gappers this morning were HUSA and JAN. Didn't feel really good about either of them. HUSA ended up did making a move. I was honestly considering shorting it just because of the amount of resistance that it had, where it was gapping into, and so I just definitely felt that there was going to be a lot of overhead pressure, but it did get enough volume today. So, I know that there's some people in my chat room with Relentless and so forth that were able to make some good moves, but my eyes were really on BKSY. And so let me kind of talk through why. So this is the 30-minute chart. Each one of these candles represents 30 minutes of time. This was the opening candle at 6:30, 9:30 Eastern, of course. And this line I drew over the weekend. So when I was looking at game plans that still needed to be working, I knew that Black Sky BKSY over $3 was going to be an interesting play. I did see that it hit here a couple of times, and so I did seriously consider this opening candle, the fact that it came down and popped back up. So that drove me some interest, right? And unfortunately I didn't get all my morning trades, but at the end of the day, we did start seeing some movement on BKSY, which is what I was anticipating. This is it over the 1-minute chart. So this is the opening kind of candle. This is kind of where this is that line that you saw on the 30-minute chart. This was actually my first entry, and so I'll kind of show you just a little bit of the entries that I had. I ended up getting at one, really at the end of the day, I got up to 6,000 shares, right around in the neighborhood of about a 251 average. I really was kind of building a position. So again, I think just the key thing for you to recognize is that, I got the opportunity for the breakout, this descending resistance line here. It broke out, was able to take that. I was anticipating that. It did the same thing here. I anticipated that, was able to get that break. I anticipated it here, was able to get that break, anticipating it here, and was able to get that break. Now that's kind of when most of what I would call the descending resistance lines and the break of those. We did some pretty, we did what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So a 7 topper before the breakout. Before the breakout here. And again, this thing I know it was slow for a lot of people. A lot of people, I know in my Relentless chat room, they weren't too fond of it because, it was just moving up 1, 2, 3 pennies at a time. But at the end of the day, I felt really good about it. And I'm not a person that's always, managed 5, 6, 7,000 share positions. So, when I can feel really comfortable in my 7,000 share positions, that's an area I like to be in, right? Because, this type of drop right here, and I was in there, for the break of 3, and then I think I sold right around the 292, 293 range. But anyway, let's jump into the live trade. So as you can see, it's about 11:15 Eastern time. I've got a 4,000 share position averaging 271. I'm feeling good that we're in the process of getting ready to do a breakout. So, um, this was kind of, I guess, the middle of the road. My current posted realized P&L is right around $700. I'm sitting there with about $200 or $300 unrealized at this point. Also note I just added 1,000 shares, with that breakout. That was another one of those anticipated breakouts. There I am adding another 1,000 shares. Now I have a 6,000 share position. 7,000 shares. Right here I'm feeling it hold. I'm really contemplating adding a little bit to it. There I go, 1,000 shares. Now I'm sitting at 7,000 shares with a 273 position, just ready and setting myself up for the next move. An opportunity to hit here. Again, holding 7,000 shares at 273. We're sitting right at about 277 to 279. And right here we see just a small break and then a rip, or a little bit of a rip. Not a big rip, but we got a order out. There we go. Nice little move there. Gonna take a quarter size off the table here. There we go. That's a quarter off. I'll have 5,250 shares left. We'll see. Add some green, a little red on the tape. Take another quarter off. So now I'm sitting at around 860 realized. Again, feeling pretty good about the setup. Let's dip in here. I buy additional 1,000 shares there in the dip. Right here, I'm anticipating the breakout. I've taken additional 2,000 shares, so now I'm sitting at 69.38 with an average position of 277. Reducing risk there, doing a little bit more pulling back, thinking that this thing might be extended, so we might see a little bit more of an extensive pullback. Taking a little bit more off the table, again, just trying to reduce risk, keeping my position size at a manageable level. Add the position, now 5,900 shares. Notice the dip, and then the reversal rip. I love when it does that. I'd like a little more power, but I do like when that happens. And then I don't get taken out of the trade. You take a little bit off the table here, wanting to manage my risk. Concerned about the false break, but wanted to leave myself enough of a good position to be able to take advantage of the breakout that I have been anticipating. Take a little bit more off the table here and get the break. A really nice break. Fun watching it break. Taking a little bit more off the table here, trying to take advantage up to 1171 realized. Still have about 390 unrealized based on this break. Pushing for more. Here we get a pullback. Definitely needed it. Current position is 278 average, so I still have a 10 cent on, from where it's at, even with a dip. This was kind of a hit up to about 293, I believe. Now we reach this point. It's been consolidating since that last breakout. I kind of fast forwarded it about 10 minutes. This is right before the breakout of $3. And I fully expected there to be a pullback at this point. There needed to be a pullback at this point because I really wanted to see a move to 330, 340. So got 2,200 shares left. I'm expecting maybe one more pop over 305 and then some type of flush. So I was hoping for 30. In fact, I was getting ready to put an order out there for 305, but it doesn't make it. I ended up having to bail before the flush. Go right before the flush. Notice that I do escape out of here on my bell key. It's a hotkey, my Control Z key, so it kind of it pops up and then it starts to flush right about. I think it's right here. We go. Definitely anticipating that and got out pretty well. Sitting there realized at 1774, I was happy with where I was able to bail out on, and that I didn't get a whole lot of slippage. So here I am. It's, low 290s. I've been waiting for the break of three all day, so I start building a position. My thought process is 294. I've got 1,000 shares. I'm going to start building a position for the break of three, with my stop being at 285, that last dip as the last uh, higher low. So that's currently my thought process between here and $3. I want to start building a position. Here I am adding to the position. Gonna throw in an additional 1,000 shares. There we go. My average is now 295. Here you'll notice me in the level 2 window. I'm putting in a stop order. So I'm going to put a 3,000 share buy order once it triggers 301, a stop market order. So if when we see 301 on the tape, it's going to go ahead and throw me in a market order for 3,000 shares. Okay, I think we're about to trigger that. We're getting ready to get the breakouts. 301. Up there. I actually had an order for 292 uh, for 1,000 or 2,000 shares, just in case we get a nice dip. I wanted to kind of add to it that way. Yep, I see it's getting ready to happen. I'm canceling the order at 292 right there, and it's getting ready to trigger now. There we go. So now we got 5,000 shares at 299. So now I'm going to go and put in my range orders. So I already have some targets set. My stop is 282. So I'm willing to 282 is what I'm going to give this for the opportunity to go to the first target was 321. The second target for me was 333 and 340, and I would have liked to have seen 376 were the targets that I was looking at. So in this case, I'm putting in range orders. I'm putting the stop at 282 on all of them. I'm putting 2,500 shares at the first target of 221. I'm putting another 1,000, I believe, uh, at 233 with a stop of 282. And then I'm just putting a stop loss out there because I'm not 100% sure what I want to do. You never know if you're going to get into a halt. And I just wanted to, I was hoping for a halt. Just saying, I want a halt. So, that's the way I was playing it. Even with a lot of unrealized gains, I'm being patient. So I'm letting the plan work. The plan was excellent. This was one of my predetermined game plans that I get from 12/15 day trading. So I have a description and link below if it's something that you're interested in. Just when you know you can rely on a 70% win rate on a particular strategy, It's something that it makes you feel really good when you go into one of those trades. We're about 17 minutes from that break of 3. We're getting ready to hit our first target. There we go. We got a partial fill of 20 shares. There we go. Got 2,500 shares taking it at 321. So now we're holding out. We're looking for 333, 340, and then eventually 376. So far today, we're sitting at, it looks like about, I guess that's 3,300 realized. So again, feeling good, feeling good. There we go. We take a little bit more off the table. We're right around the 333 range. I'm excited. Sitting there shaking my hands. Look at me go. I'm a winner. Pretty excited. I love when it comes together. Took a little more off the table. Thousand shares left. Wondering, all right. So how is it? Are we? Where's my halt? When am I gonna get a cool halt? Anyway, it was a good feeling. As you can see in the chart, I'm anticipating another breakout on a descending resistance line. So I have a feeling I'm getting ready to add to my position. I have 1,000 shares at 299 still. So yeah, there we go. Add another 3,000 shares. I'm now at 334. Let's go. I don't think at the end of the day this works out too well for me. I think I think at the end of the day I end up bailing. 4,000 shares. But at the end of the day, really good day, really good trades. So here I am anticipating that break, and we get it. Really nice move. Take a little bit off the table. 67. This is where I really should have anticipated, really selling it all. I wish I would have sold it all up there. I was thinking it that I thought this thing had, when you get 4 or 5 breakouts off those types of wedges, at some point you're going to see a pretty bad, I want 376. Pretty bad false break candle. And we hadn't really seen a real false break candle. We saw that one, but again, it was well anticipated. So took a little more off the table. 1,604 shares left. A lot of green there. A lot of green. A lot of shorts trying to stack in. A lot of shorts adding there. 362. I'm out. I was just too afraid of it. I didn't want to. This could be the chance, though. Decided to take one more trade, 3,000 shares, hoping for this breakout here, wanting to reach my 376 target. But there was some stack sellers at 365. I'm talking 100. If you look at the level 2, we're talking over, I think it was 120,000 shares sitting there stacked at 365. So I realized that I think this thing is done, and so I take a quick $120 loss, give or take. So I'm definitely happy with that decision. I don't this candle, watch what happens. Is but I was expecting that eventually was going to happen, as this thing was going to go into a nosedive. Okay, so let's see. Traded 82,250 shares today. Had a positive win of $3,818.57. I did 100% of all my trades today um, on BKSY. My original plan was always going to be to make an entry at 397 or 297 with a target of 321. So, that was from, my game plan from 12-15 day trading, which again was spot on. Um, you just can't beat, getting plays that have about a 75% success rate. I mean, you really would have to make some really bad mistakes to consistently not make money. So, and it's the reason why I changed how I trade. I mean, I truly trade differently thanks to that service. So anyway, I've got the link in the description below if you're interested. Again, I use it, and I just think it's made a huge difference in all the knowledge that I have. It's, I think it's great, for beginners. I think it's great for people that, um, that just, want to understand support and resistance better. He's got some training in there, but a great chat room. Again, there's all kinds of great services out there, great chat rooms. But I definitely have to recommend it. So, but anyway, great day, great green day. I'm gonna shut everything down and go. I've had COVID all weekend, so been in the house, and so I've got a little bit more to do. But happy that we had a really good green day. So anyway, thanks for watching. If you enjoy this type of content, please subscribe, so you can get notifications, and please click that like button and support the channel. I definitely appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.